So what is Google Tag Manager, Daniel?
So Tag Manager is a tool from Google, unsurprisingly, that allows you to insert tags into your web pages. I think where the confusion comes is you say to people, well, I've got some Google Analytics code, a tag that I want to put into my web page. And they go, oh, no, you just put the Tag Manager code. And it's like, well, why am I putting that bit of code instead of the other bit of code into the page? So the thing is, it's a container, basically. And that container allows you to kind of insert things into it.
So do you need to add code into your web page?
Yeah. So you're adding this bit of code. And what I would kind of say is that you put this one piece of code in, and then you have the ability to add the Google Analytics code. You can add in code from Facebook, from the Meta platforms, from LinkedIn, all those kind of places as well. And it means you can manage it in one place, and you can roll back to previous versions. You've got kind of version control, so you can go and see, what was it like before? What have we changed since then? So it gives you more control. It's quite a technical tool. Marketers hear about it and go, oh, I'll use that. It's not necessarily for everyone, but I'd be a bit cautious with it. But we'll talk about that.
The important thing is that Google Tag Manager code goes on every single page of your website. And as Daniel said, effectively, it's an empty container.
That's exactly it.
Once it's there, you can then use the Tag Manager interface to inject any other bits of code. Some of these bits of code need to go on every single page. Some of them need to just go on the thanks, like conversion page. You can control what goes where, but it's like one container to rule them all. And it makes that whole process of, we want to have some new trackings or some new marketing software. It requires us to put tags on various points of the website. It just makes that really easy. In times gone by, I used to always heave a huge sigh of, I'm going to have to ask IT to do this. I'm really sorry, guys. But when you've got a moment, could you put this little bit of code on every single page? And they'd be like, but now, it's not a problem. You can just do it with Tag Manager.
So do you need to set it up for GA4?
You don't. So there's a misconception that in order to get GA4 running, you have to have Tag Manager. Once Tag Manager is up and running, it's very, very easy to set GA4 up. It's really, really simple. And actually, if you want to track custom events, so like GA4 will allow you to track people watching videos, but only if they're YouTube videos. So if you want to track anything else, Tag Manager is a kind of easy way to go because you can put some extra events into that. So you don't have to do it, but if you do it that way, it gives you more flexibility going forwards.
Is it something that all marketers should be using?
No. So what I would say is that it should be set up on every website, ideally. You don't have to in really simple websites, but it's quite technical and you can break websites with it really, really easily. So you need a certain level of technical ability and confidence in order to use it. So I think, yes, every marketer should aspire to learning it, understanding technicalities of it as well. But realistically, be careful and don't just give access to it to everyone.
I never allow myself to have admin access to Tag Manager.
For your kind of client's website.
Because it means I can publish. And I don't know what JavaScript's doing. So I always insist on a code review by somebody who knows what and can check, no, this JavaScript does this, this, and this, and yes, that's safe. It is possible for you unwittingly to put what you think is the right code there, and it could have all sorts of trojans.
Yeah, knock-on impact and other things.
And security risk with it. So yeah, that's how far I go with it. Like a little bit of power can be a very dangerous thing. And especially when you're working on multiple websites for lots of other clients, it's just a safety trigger.